10 Outdoor Survival Tips. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future. Moving on, let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 Outdoor Survival Tips. Number 10. Have a survival bag. It's always a good idea to have a bag with some good gear in it just in case you get lost or stranded. Small things can make a huge difference when you're trying to survive. First off, always have a couple sources of fire. A lighter and a flint for sparking are the best too. Add in a small first aid kit, some fishing line with hooks, a compass, and map of the area if you have one. A flashlight, a small mirror for signaling, an emergency whistle, a good knife, some cord, a water filtration device, and a few high-energy granola bars. All of these can fit into a small waist or backpack. Number 9. Use signals for help. Signaling for help is a prime way to get found. If people know that you're missing, they will easily be able to tell where you are, and if they aren't looking for you, these may alert someone to come check out your spot. If you have a small mirror or shiny object, you can shine light towards passing planes or faraway landscape where you think someone may be. Using the emergency whistle is also good if you have it packed. The tried and true method, of course, is the signal fire. You want to be careful because you don't want to burn down a whole forest, but this is one of the best ways to attract someone to your location. You want to build a large fire first with dry, dead wood, and then add green wood with leaves on top. The greener wood will make much more smoke and can be seen for miles. Number 8. First aid. Having the first aid kit is first and foremost the best solution in case of an injury. If you don't have one, you will want to learn a few techniques before going out. Being able to make a splint for broken bones from simple sticks and vines can help keep them stabilized. Always clean out puncture wounds and even small scratches, as they can easily get infected and become much worse. Number 7. Learn to navigate. Navigating without a compass is difficult if you don't know the area, but not impossible. One important piece is to know which direction you're going in. Always remember that the sun moves from east to west in the sky. It may take you a bit to notice which direction it's going, but once you do, you should have a good idea of which direction you need to walk to get to civilization. If it is at night, you can use the North Star. Most everyone is familiar with the Big and Little Dipper constellations in the night sky. There are 2 stars at the end of the Big Dipper, opposite the handle. Make a line between the two and follow them up to point directly to the North Star, which is much brighter than the others around it. Once you have found it and are facing it, you'll be facing north. Turn your back to it, and you're now facing south. Once you decide on a direction to travel, another thing to make sure you do is walk in a straight line. Having to go around obstacles makes it easy to get off course, so make sure you keep watching those visual references to make sure you're staying straight. Number 6. Find food. Finding food can be difficult, which is why it's a good idea to have those granola bars with you. Make sure that you don't eat any fruits or berries unless you are sure you know what they are. Many in the wilderness are poisonous. Using your fishing line if you have it and there's a water source is a good way to catch fish once you find some bait, usually by digging under rocks for worms or looking in dead or fallen trees for bugs or grubs. There are many ways to also make a snare with the cord that you brought if you find a well-traveled path, which will usually be made by small rodents or rabbits. If you can catch a small animal, make sure you cook it well in order to kill any viruses or bacteria the animal may be carrying. Number 5. Find water. Finding water can be difficult if you're not around lakes or creeks. In some areas, you may be able to dig deep enough to hit an aquifer and get water that way. If not, you can check leaves and vegetation early in the morning for dew or hope that it rains. Water is more essential than food, so make sure you concentrate your efforts here before trying to find something to eat. If you can find water, you'll want to use your filtration device if you have it. A lot of water contains bacteria, which can make you sick and dehydrated. Flowing water is the best and usually the cleanest, with standing water having a much higher chance of having bacteria. Number 4. Stay warm. Temperatures in most areas will drop significantly during the night, so it's imperative to make sure you stay warm. Building a fire and shelter are the two most basic skills needed if you need to rest and are not moving. When you make a fire, putting football-sized rocks around it will help, as they will heat up and radiate that heat towards you. You can also remove them and put them under your sleeping area for warmth. Even if you begin to feel hot, don't take off too many layers. You can still easily cool your body down too much, which will take more energy to warm your core temperature back up again. Number 3! Make a shelter. If you're no longer traveling and decide you need to stop, usually at night once it starts getting cooler, you can make a simple lean-to shelter to provide some cover. Always do this a bit before you think it's necessary, as the sun can set quickly and you'll be caught in the dark trying to build it. Find 2 trees or structures relatively close to each other and put a log or tree branch across them. Then add more branches to one side, leaning them from the ground up to the top of the crossbeam. Add live branches with leaves and grass to the outside in a layering pattern to help keep any rain flowing on the outside. Number 2! Make a fire. One of the most important things to learn is how to build a fire. A fire will keep you warm, cook any food you may have caught, and keep predators away from your camp. Start off by gathering some grass and small bits of wood and form them into a loose ball. Next, place larger pieces of wood, about a foot long each, standing up in a crossways manner like a teepee above the ball. Have some larger branches on hand for when the fire starts. Having the lighter with you comes in handy here. If you have the flint, you'll want to strike it towards the ball of tinder so the sparks catch it on fire, then softly blow on the embers until they ignite. If you have neither, you can use friction with 2 sticks by rolling or scraping one against the other continuously until it begins to smoke. Then add the ash pile to the ball of tinder. Once your fire has started, add the larger branches and make sure you have enough on hand to keep it going throughout the night. Number 1! Keep your head on straight. The best thing you can do when you're trying to survive outdoors is stay calm. Think through your plan and what you need to do. Keep these tips in mind and make sure you don't panic. When you panic, you tend to make irrational decisions, and you'll need your energy to focus on getting found. Stay calm and use your knowledge and instincts to make good decisions, and you will get out alive. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics that you want us to do a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you, have an amazing day, and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more.